AD is joining us. What's up, AD? I got something for you. 423 days the last time you were 500. Tonight, the Lakers get back to 500.
Yeah, we knew that was a goal of ours to be 500. We haven't been 500 since we were 0-0. So, you know, we did everything to make sure that we started getting on a positive thing of this record. And we knew how big this game was, not just to be 500, but also, you know, for the standings. You know, this team beat us once, and I think they're ahead of us. So, you know, we want to make sure to come out and get this victory.
AD, before Fish and Big Game jump in with your big play, I just wanted to tee up on Lonnie Walker. When you're a team, I know it's hard sometimes when guys aren't getting any burn. He's had a lot of DNPs, but I saw you giving him some love. He was huge tonight for you guys.
Yeah, that's what I told him. True professionalism. You know, not playing and then come in and play big for us, 20 points off the bench. And I just told him that's great. You know, professionalism, great carryover from all his work they've been putting in. The days that he don't, you know, play, he go into the gym and get shots either after the game or the next day. So that's great carryover and great professionalism for Lonnie.
AD, D. Fish here, man. Congrats on the win and your performance tonight. Real quick, 8 games left in this regular season. One thing offensively and one thing defensively that you guys have to continue to do well to keep reaching your peak at the right time.
Offensively, just keep pushing the pace. You know, when we slow down and play late into the shot clock, you know, we usually get a bad shot. But when we're getting stops, and it leads to the defense scheme as well. When we getting stops, you know, holding good teams to one shot, getting a rebound and pushing, we're unbeatable. Tough to guard. You know, we get out and run. Dennis, D'Lo when he's healthy, Austin, all our guys, Vando, myself, you know, getting the ball, pushing it down in transition, and then finding our shooters or getting to the basket. So first thing, we got to get stops and, you know, play great defense and then get out and run.
AD, big game here, man. You guys have had some uphill battles this year with injuries and players missing. Can you tell us a little bit about peaking at the right time? You guys seem to be peaking and trending toward the end of the year. What's to come?
Yeah. We have no choice. We have no choice but to get wins. No choice but to find a way to get basketball wins. And, you know, like you said, we're peaking at the right time. You know, still not healthy. You know, D'Lo, you know, missed tonight. Bron, you know, is constantly getting healthy, getting ready to come back. So, you know, it's even a scarier sight, you know, when we get healthy. When we play whole for the couple games that we did, we were a pretty tough team to beat. So we want everybody to get healthy so we can get into, you know, make this final push as a whole and get some games in before, you know, we get in the playoffs.
AD, you were dominant from start to finish, and this is our last question. You're kind of in playoff mode right now. Did it seem like playoff atmosphere inside Crypto.com Arena tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Every game is a must-win for us. Every game is a Game 7 of the finals. You know, we know the position we're in. We control our own destiny, but we got to come in and play with a sense of urgency, what Coach always talking about, effort, energy, and urgency. And we've been able to do that, you know, the last couple games, and we got to continue it.
Darvin, what can you say about AD just kind of delivering in the way that he did in this moment, despite looking like OKC was really trying their best to contain?
You know, before the game, we said individually and collectively we want to come out with energy, effort, and urgency, the 3 words we've been using here lately, as we try to make this push to secure a spot. And the other thing we said, we wanted to be the most competitive together team for 48 minutes on the floor tonight, you know, with a next play mentality. And, you know, we had a couple plays there starting in the second quarter, us fouling. I think they had 11 free throw attempts in the second quarter. Then the third quarter, I think they're first in the league in third quarter scoring. It's a good young team down the hallway, man. They're gonna be really, really good, man, at some point here soon. They're already good now with Shea leading the charge, but kudos to our guys, you know, just staying the course, continuously being competitive on both sides of the ball and not getting down, you know, some disappointing moments, you know, lost some box outs and gave up some second chance points, you know, slowing down offensively a little bit, really not a stand and attack mode for a few possessions, but overall just, you know, continuing to move along with the possessions. And again, we talk about that next play mentality, and A represented all of that today. Just demanding the ball, playing downhill, being aggressive to the rim, you know, being active defensively, rebounding. He was huge. He was phenomenal. And, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Lonnie Walker. You know, and I said to the team sometimes, and it's a reality of our business, you get your minutes cut short or you don't get to play at all. And a lot of times it's through no fault of your own. It's just circumstantial. And he's the definition of what a pro is supposed to do at this level in terms of keeping himself ready, putting that extra time in the gym individually, still watching film with the coaches, still getting his rest, still getting his proper nutrition, keeping that great attitude, that great positive attitude that he has. And it showed tonight. He didn't have to come out and worry about getting ready. He's been staying ready. And if he doesn't have that performance, we don't win this game. As simple as that. So kudos to him, man, for being a pro's pro.
Darvin, as a team, you have bigger goals than this, but you're at 500. Took you 74 games to get here. What does that mean just to get there, and what do you think it could mean in terms of getting over the hump for the 8 remaining games?
I mean, we just have to approach these upcoming games, these last 8, like we've been doing here over since the deadline, actually. Each game is its own entity, and we can't, worry about going 6-2 or 7-1 or 5-3. We just have to approach each game and dive and pour all of ourselves into each particular game. And so we'll continue to carry on as such. Now it's time, instead of constantly facing a deficit, we get to try to create a surplus, create a cushion between the wins and losses. And so the guys are excited about that. Again, they know what's at stake. And, you look around the league, the standings, they're constantly changing day in and day out. But as I said, and I told them, and I'll continue saying it, the first order of business is to take care of our own business. And we just need to keep having these type of performances, on both sides of the ball and try to play a complete game as possible, a more complete game for most of the 48 minutes or however long the game goes. We have to be locked in and stay locked in.
Lonnie, some of the offensive impact was obvious, but it seemed like you were real focused defensively as well. How have you maintained that level, throughout these last couple of weeks when sometimes you've been called upon, sometimes you've been out of the rotation? What's the mindset been like for you?
Just being even keel. I really been going with the words divine timing. Understanding that, the work's not done. God has my back, and understanding that whether it's now or later, it's all going to come back in the right time. And so every day I've just been in the gym, being positive, understanding what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish, and just staying ready. I have great people like Coach Gent, Chris Gent, that I talk to, almost every other day, even when I have my ups and downs. And my teammates have made, just me not being able to play much easier. I love these guys, and I'm happy to be playing with them. So just taking it day to day. That's all I can do, and control the controllables.
Lonnie, after the game, we all saw AD talking with you. Can you share what he said with you, and what did that mean to you that moment to have that conversation with him?
Just, being professional, staying ready, and locking in. Today was a big game as far as, being par 500. So, he gave me my flowers for, being ready and understanding that, it's not easy, and that's something that I'm going to take to the heart. I would say that these last few weeks have been up and down. I had my times where I haven't really been myself, where I've been down. So I'm very blessed and honored to be given the opportunity and play to the best of my capability.
Well, a lot of you mentioned it was a big moment for the team, finally getting a chance to get to 500. D'Lo's out against a team that's the same record as you coming into it, and you get an opportunity and you play aggressive but not outside of the team structure. What allowed you to have that kind of control of your game and your approach?
Just growth. Watching film day in and day out, seeing what AR is doing, Malik is doing, D'Lo's doing. Watching other guards, seeing what's beneficial on the court for the team and doing what's best for the team. And most importantly, just keeping the confidence. That's something that I've been kept in and honing in on, is just understanding my value and the type of player that I'm capable of doing. I'm 24 years old. I'm only growing. And, the best is yet to come.
Austin, got to talk about AD. 37 points, 15 rebounds, driven from the start all the way to the finish. What would you see out there from him tonight?
Like you said, from the get-go, he was, being ultra aggressive, and, that's what we wanted from him, every game. We want him to do that because, talent-wise, he's, second to none. But, great performance.
And Lonnie didn't play the last 3 games, gets plugged in tonight, 20 points. Got to like that effort.
Oh, no, that's super impressive. It's not easy to do. For him to stay locked in and, stay prepared, pay attention to the details, like you said, not playing the last 3 is super impressive. So, shout out to him for that performance. Without him, we probably don't win that game.
You guys are back to 500. It's not, what you want to be. It's not what this franchise celebrates, but it's been over 400 days since that last happened.
Yeah, I mean, what was it last year? Probably like 20 and 20, 25 and 25. But like you said, that's not really where we want to be. But it is the reality of what we're in. So we take it game by game. Hopefully, we can build on this and moving forward.
Austin, I remember you saying, I think when you guys were 2-8 and 2-10, I feel like the team is better than this. I feel like we're just kind of grinding uphill.
Shut up, bro. Shut up. Sorry.
Lee Beasley providing some commentary.
Reflect what I think we can accomplish. And I know the roster's changed, but what do you think has been the biggest change since that grinding start? And what mentality does this team have now that it couldn't have had back then?
Yeah, I mean, obviously at the first of the year, it was still a really new team to each other. So, when we were, I think, 2-10 at one point, we were trying to grind out wins and figure out how to close games and stuff like that. But, we just grinded through all that. Obviously, like you said, the roster's different. I feel like we kind of filled voids that we had before that. So, the mentality is go out and win every game. We feel like we have the guys in the locker room, the potential, the ability to go win every game. So that's really the mindset.
Think about the grind the last few months to get here. Is there some reward in getting there?
Yeah. I mean, obviously we made it tonight. Big accomplishment, but we're not finished. We still try to be together. Still try to finish these last couple of games strong and put us in a position where we can, be in the post-game or postseason. And I think how we're playing right now, we're in a good place.
You're back in the starting lineup tonight, obviously. Strong fourth quarter for you. Is it hard for you to change mindsets from reserve to starter and back and forth?
Not really. I mean, it's just whatever the team needs right now. Everybody just tried to get it done, and I think I didn't even know before I got here. I see my name that I'm starting, but end of the day, to play with those guys is easy when I'm coming off the bench or I'm starting. So we're just competing on the highest level. We showed it tonight again, and I'm glad we got the win.
Not that 500 is the goal, but you had 2 other opportunities before this to reach 500. Was that motivating at all? Was that burning in the back of your mind a little bit?
I mean, it just feels good that we accomplished that. And I think everybody is, grateful that we got it. But like I said, it's not finished yet. We try to get these last couple of games as well, try to approach it the right way, and put us in a position.
AD, 37 points, 15 rebounds. Please disregard Brad Turner there. You had it going from start to finish tonight.
Must-win game for us. Standings, get to 500. Tough team on the other side. Play well, play fast. But we had to come out and, get this game. And we came out, all cylinders, defensively, offensively, just playing extremely well. And, guys stepped up big tonight, especially Lonnie, not playing and then coming in and giving us a huge 20 off the bench, making the right plays. So, game ball definitely goes to him.
You're at 500. It's not what the franchise typically celebrates, but when you think about the grind after starting out 2-10, does that mean something?
Yeah. Got to 500 now. It's time to get on the other side. Have more wins than losses. So start Sunday. Got opportunity to be a game above 500 Sunday. Against a good Bulls team. We know that Pat's going to have them, wired up. So it's going to be a fun game. But, we got a chance to, to play them and Go above 500 first time this year.
What does it mean for the context of a season to have Lonnie be a starter, fall out of the rotation? You guys are missing D'Lo tonight. He steps right in. Like, what does it do for the group confidence and everybody you share the locker room?
True professional. All our guys, if they play or not, play a lot of minutes, start, then go to the bench, start. They don't play. Good energy, good vibes, no matter what, cheering for their teammates. Lonnie goes in after games. If you don't play, go to the gym, get shots, constantly, staying ready. And the old saying, stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So, he's been locked in on his game, when his number's called, and it was called tonight. And he stepped up and played well.
After the game was over, I saw you go up and you talked to him for a little while, pat him on the chest. What made you decide to do that?
I do it. Yeah, there's no reason. I mean, we don't win this game without him. He comes in playing well and just, I never been through it, where I'm playing and then, get benched, whatever. But, I can just only imagine how it messed with the mind, to be, mentally strong to, Dave said, go from a starter, move to the bench, don't play, then come in, play big minutes, help the team win. Like, you got to be a strong-minded individual for that. And so I just wanted to let him know, in the moment, how professional he is and, constantly staying ready.
AD, you've had these scoring runs recently, and sometimes your jumper's going, sometimes the turnaround's going. But when you're able to dunk, really like get in on guys and finish over them, is that a different kind of feeling when you get in that rhythm and you're really showing out with your physicality?
I just get what the game, take what the game gives me. They didn't really have no rim protection, so once you get, every lot of stuff at the rim. They're pretty small. They want to get a lot of offensive rebound, just crash the glass. Every game is different. Maybe against, bigger guys, B, Jokic, Steven Adams might be a jump shot game. But just reading each game, knowing the personnel, and then attacking from each point that gives me an advantage.
PD, on that note, what usually determines whether you're scoring 30s like you did tonight versus a 20-point-plus game?
Going in for me. That's it. Obviously, once you get a couple bags, you start feeling good. But, also guys being aggressive kind of just open up, the floor for me. So, obviously you want to go out and score big every night, but, no matter what the score, all I care about the win. So it could be 20, it could be 30, 40, 0. I'll probably get cursed out, but most importantly, we just got to go out and get wins.
I think there was a play a couple of years ago when Dennis was here the first time where he came out of nowhere diving for a loose ball. I don't know if you remember, and it was
Denver.
It was a real
Denver.
spark play. The one that he had in the second half tonight, where I think he broke up the fast break twice, and then ended up drawing a foul and kind of. Yeah.
He plays with such a good passion. He's energetic. That's how he plays, scrappy. And he saves fast break, comes back down, draw a foul, like you said. So kind of another spark. Got the crowd into it. But that's Dennis. That's how he plays.
You've seen him with D'Lo out, like the load that he's had to carry. But I guess could you explain just like the amount of energy he's giving out there and just what he's pouring into these games?
He's leaving it all on the floor, and everyone is. I mean, the position that we're in, you got to be able to leave it all on the floor, give 110%, and he's giving like 150. He's leaving it all on the floor, laying everything out on the line for us to get a win. So, and it's contagious. guys started doing it. We just need him to continue to be him.
Just because you brought his name up first before we got a chance. Pat Beverly had some comments the other day about how the communication went on the defensive end here, saying it was basically, I'm paraphrasing, too many cooks in the kitchen, basically, was his messaging.
Oh, okay.
How do you look back at the Pat Beverly teammate experience?
It was great. Pat is Pat. If you don't know Pat, then you don't know Pat. I think he's I expect nothing less from anything that Pat Bev said. I've known him outside of basketball. Obviously we're both from the same city, but that's what he wants. He has no filter. He's going to say how he feels. We don't look too deep into it. But I love saying this. It's funny to me. I don't know. Like I said, I know him though, so it's Pat being Pat.
You guys are still in the mix. What do you think of when he was saying he wants to end your guys' playoff push?
That's fine. He come try. He come try. A lot of people have tried. We'll see Sunday. We got Sunday and Wednesday.